this computer at the recording. And Ed, you know what to do. It is the Tommy Feldman happy hour, you guys. Look at me, I'm smiling, I'm happy. I can bring you some joy as well. This is the happy hour, you guys. And it is also a talk show where we interview comedians about their career and what got them into comedy. We play some clips of their comedies, some sketches, and we have an all-around good time. So welcome to the show. If you're watching this live, we already have some people watching live with some comments. Funky Sam Medina says, welcome back, Tommy. Thank you, Sam. Yes, I'm back. And Chris Cappy writes, Pink Flamingo says hi. So welcome, Chris, to the show. Keep making comments, you guys, because we will be taking comments through the show. And we are ready to start. Ed, were you okay on the? You got your sound?
Oh yeah, let me stop the sound. There we are.
All right. So as we usually do on this show, we always start with a little bit of news, and I'm going to go ahead and spotlight myself, which I usually forget to do, and tonight I remembered, so we just had a victory right there. So we start with the news here on the show, and we got some really interesting stories tonight. Let us start with our first topic of the night. I don't know if you guys, for some of you that are working tech, maybe you've heard this, but Jeff Bezos announced earlier this week that he is retiring from his role as CEO of Amazon, the company that he founded almost 30 years ago. Now, according to most investors in the company, this is a real shame because Jeff Bezos is in his Amazon Prime. Thank you, Ed. I was worried you weren't going to get to there with that one. Boston Dynamics announced this week that its robot Spot, which is pictured right here, can now be fully remote controlled from anywhere in the world using just a web browser. But unfortunately, like most pets, Spot still stains the carpet. These are grease stains, or WD-40. And by the way, I don't know why they call him Spot. I think a better name would be Old Yellow.
Yeah.
There we go. I was going for two bumps with that one. SpaceX is back in the news. Elon Musk announced that this week they're going to be. This week he announced they will have their first all-civilian mission to space in the coming years. He said in a press release that they'll be picking 3 private citizens to ride alongside the mission, which is going to be commanded by tech entrepreneur Jared Isaacman. So when he says all civilian, what he really means is all rich dudes.
Yeah.
Dudes. Yes, I don't think ordinary people are just going to be able to get on the trip there. A 20-year-old who made money in the recent GameStop stock surge took some of his earnings and shared them with a Minnesota Children's Hospital this week by buying video games for all the children. Very magnanimous of him. He bought a whole bunch of games, but the one that appears to be the most popular with the children is Grand Theft Hedge Fund. Hedge fund. That's right. He stole from the hedge fund, you guys. Well, that's one way to look at it. Our last story of the night, and this is a favorite for I know Eric and a couple of guys on the show here, we really like Star Wars and things like this. Well, this is interesting. Robin Williams apparently was a pretty hardcore Trekkie. Did you guys know this? So much so that he got one of the writers on Star Trek to write him into the script Star Trek episode that never made it to the air. Now I checked, and apparently the name of that episode was going to be Mork and Picardy. Mork and Picardy. I would have liked to see that episode.
Heck yeah.
Nanu. What do we would say? Nanu. And then Picard would have said, "Take us forward," or something.
Make it so.
Make it so. Thank you, Eric. Nanu, make it so. And that was the news, you guys. That was it. Thank you. Thank you for being patient with me.
As usual, Tommy. Very insightful.
Great. Thank you very much. And we've got some really great guests tonight. The first one is actually a repeat. We don't have many repeats here because we hand out these spots very carefully. But Xander Beltran is worth
What's
it.
up?
He is worth it because this guy is talented.
Oh, thank you, man. I'm doing well. It's good to be here.
Welcome back to the show.
I just got off work, so this is appropriate. A little happy hour session with some funny people. I'm excited.
Excellent. Well, thank you. Well, welcome back. I wanted to start off by saying that confession. I have a confession to make, and that is I have been stalking you on Instagram a little bit, mostly for fitness tips, because I see you've been talking about so. I'm wondering maybe you can give everybody that's watching the show right now a little bit of tips on how to, stay in shape during the pandemic.
Sure. So on my Instagram, I call it Championship Headquarters. We're the headquarters of champions. I'm just gonna give everybody a quick heads up though. If you want to be a champion and make sure that you were already born one, because champions are born, not made. I can't change who you are. I can't change your genetics. If it doesn't run in your family, if there's no greatness in your lineage, move on, go get a desk job. It's not going to happen, fit tip that I could give you right now is everybody is either very fat or in very good shape because of the quarantine. They're either going off their diet or all they do is exercise. So my advice to everybody is to just hit that middle. You know what I mean? If you have that nice middle body, you're going to stand out on a dance floor, stand out at a gym, that middle dad bod physique. That's really hot right now. Everybody's either fat or skinny. If you can be in the middle like me, you're going to look great. One thing that I always do is always compare yourself to other people. Just make sure that those other people aren't good, that they're bad at life, and you'll always feel good about yourself. Just a quick tip though, don't compare yourself to me. You will always lose. I am the champion. Another great way to motivate yourself is to Photoshop yourself already thin and post that on Instagram.
Okay.
And then trying to retroactively be that weight when you see your friends in public. That's going to really make things happen for you. One thing that I do for fitness is I go outside shirtless 3 times a week just to hear the horror and disgust out of people's mouths. That usually gets me back in the gym. Another piece of advice that I would have is always sleep in. If you sleep in, you don't eat breakfast. If you sleep through breakfast, you don't eat it. Go to bed early. You know what I mean? Because if you're sleeping, you're not eating. I call it team snooze. That's how we do it. Everybody else gets up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym. You're hungry by 8, dude. How many meals are you gonna have that day? You know what I mean?
That's smart.
So I'd recommend sleeping until noon, going to bed early, go to bed by 8. And you're only awake for 8 hours. How much could you even eat? And then my final tip, guys, actually I got 2 more. One tip that I have is lettuce wrapping. I don't know if you guys know what that is. I'm sure you guys have been to In-N-Out, get something protein style. They wrap it in lettuce.
Okay.
So what you can do with most of your meals is just replace the bread with those salad wrapping. So earlier today I had a Twix bar. I wrapped that in lettuce, got my greens in. I'm gonna have a Mars bar for dinner, wrap that in lettuce as well. And that's gonna get you on your path. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a good start. And then I just want to do a quick thing about supplements, guys. A lot of people are always sending me up there saying, Xander, what supplements do you use? So I'll just let you guys know. I like to use Adderall when I'm trying to get things done. I love using Molly at a party. And I would say acid at a festival is the best supplement that you could use. Oh, and protein powder is pretty cool. Just don't snort it. It doesn't work like that. And those are my fitness tips.
Hey.
Great advice, guys. Great advice.
Please do not follow any of this advice.
Excellent.
Comedy.
No, I appreciate that, and I really like your Instagram channel. I'm always watching it to see where you're gonna, log in from, and it's always interesting. I also checked out. I've been stalking your YouTube channel as well.
Ooh. And
I was on there today. I saw this clip of you, I don't know, maybe a year ago, where you had this bit, and I found the bit today when I was looking on your YouTube channel, but it wasn't, for some reason, it was a different version. The one that I saw had thousands of views, and this one is, maybe you changed them out or something. Do you know what I'm talking about? They had you sitting down and you were telling like a story. You remember that one?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Because I wanted to play
one of them was from years ago, and then I put out a newer version.
Okay, I have
a remaster.
Just to be accurate. Since I had lost the weight, got shredded, I had to let people know.
Well, I have the
version
from April. That's dated April. Can I play that one? The being a white Mexican. That's the one I'm talking
Sure.
about. All right, guys. This is so. I saw this originally like a year and a half ago. I thought it was really good, and then he's got a newer update to this this little bit here. So let's play a little bit of comedy from the very famous, very talented Zanny. Yeah, you got
A
some-
year and a half ago, Tommy. How long have you been stalking Xander?
Beginning of comedy, I look up to him. So, okay, so this is. You want to give us a little backstory, or should I just play it? Or
Yeah, I'm half Mexican, half German, so I just talk about that, what it's like being mixed.
hold on a minute. Let me get this. Here we go. All right. Okay. So here we go. Let me see if I can.
I feel like this like undercover agent for the Mexican race. Like gets to know what white people really think. And then I also get to know what Mexicans treat white people like. I get both sides. And like I can already see the movie trailer. We open on a Mexican grandfather talking to his son. And he's like, today, mijo, I would like to tell you the story of Alejandro Miguel Beltran. A man who dwells amongst two worlds. Mexican and half German. He yodels in a sombrero. Wiener Schnitzel. And what truly makes his story worthy, mijo, is that nobody can tell he is Mexican. He is lo oculto mexicano, the invisible Mexicans. Mira. Mira. Hey, what's up, bro? What are you doing after work? You should totes roll with us. We're gonna go surfing. It's gonna be sick. You know, what beach do you want to hit? I would say the pier, but it's all chatted out now, bro. What does chatted out mean? It's all covered in Mexicans wearing polo shirts, khaki shorts, and socks. What the hell, man? Whoa, dude, you know that I'm Mexican, right? Haha, what if you were, though, dude? That would suck. Well, I am Mexican, and you're offensive. Get the opposite. I'll walk into like a Mexican party, and I'll just hear from the back like, "Hey, what the fuck is that fool doing here?" Looks like he's trying to get Maria too. Fool, what the hell? No, fool, I'm going to handle this. Hey, homie, what are you doing here? You know, Marcus invited me. Well, fool, isn't there a sale at Abercrombie and Fitch here, Miss fool? Well, I'm actually, I'm here to see my homie Marcos. We didn't tell Marcos to invite any weirdos, fool. Well, actually, I'm Mexican myself. Fool, if you're Mexican, you're what I call a milky Mexican. Okay, that's pretty good. No, actually, I'm half and half. I'm a milky Mexican.
Excellent.
That video is so old. It's like 5 years ago.
Well,
Wow.
that's the one that I could find, so that's the one that I played. But I just think that
No, it's great. That's actually the first stand-up joke that I ever wrote. I wrote that in college.
really,
Long
because
time ago.
all right, well, I mean, it's a great one. I just love. Well, first of all, I appreciate it because you're talking about being interracial, and my kids are interracial, so a lot of the things that you said in there are kind of interesting about being able to kind of go between the two cultures. But I just wanted to play that for everybody. That's the comedy of Xander Beltran. Last thing I wanted to cover before you go. I know you said you have to go to a
Sure.
gig, but is there anything you want to promote? This is your chance to tell us what shows you got.
Sure. So I run a Zoom variety show called The Kickback. It's every 2 weeks. So we just had it yesterday. So the next one will be on the 18th.
Right.
And I get like 4 comedians. Then I have a comedian or actor come on as like a surprise character. Yesterday we had a television critic that only cared about anime. Was the character. It was pretty funny. We're like trying to ask him about other stuff. He's like, no, anime is the purest form of art. That is the only art I watch. That was pretty good. We've had people play like Joe Exotic, Bernie Sanders, AOC, usually somebody from pop culture. But I'll do like my championship headquarters fitness tips on there too. And then we also have, we show a sketch, usually made by one of my friends or myself. And then we have a musician close it out. So you get like all of that within like an hour and a half.
Varieties,
and it's all completely donation based. So if you don't have any money, you can come watch it regardless. And yeah, it's just like Tommy's show. It's you can get it virtually at your house, and
Excellent.
Risk coronavirus.
Does the kickback have its own like page on Facebook we can post, or is it just I'll just put your
No, it's just follow me on Instagram. So
Okay.
if anybody's watching and wants to watch that or see any more comedy from me, it's just my Instagram's at Zanmasterflex. That's XANMASTERFLEX.
Xandmaster Flex.
Yeah, it's like Grandmaster Flash, but
All right.
changed it up a little bit.
Well, thanks, Xander, for coming back on the show. You're always welcome to come by and
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. This is a pleasure.
And
to see
good
you
luck
guys.
with everything, and we'll keep tabs on you and stay in touch.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks.
Give it up for Xander.
Yeah.
Hey, Xander, can I say that we usually don't have repeaters because once they come on the show, they usually don't want to come back. So I'm sure like we all appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Well, I have fun. It's
I'm just
Right.
kidding.
That was our negative Nancy.
yeah. Who's that guy? That guy's new. He wasn't here last time I was here. What's the deal with this guy?
I'm just the
I'm
heckler
just
on the
kidding.
show.
Okay, yeah, he's our pro heckler. All right, so let's
Peanut gallery.
move on to our next segment here. And speaking of our negative Nancy, he's actually part of an improv team we call affectionately Chai Latte.
Wait, we're doing this today?
Yeah, we're doing improv. Are we still doing improv?
You're still doing improv?
We're still doing improv. All right, so let's spotlight our improv.
I've been practicing, man.
Yeah.
There's our other Ed.
Impromptu improv now.
Yes,
Mhm,
we're doing
yeah.
improv, and let's pull up our well. First of all, let's
Famous
explain the ground
application.
rules. Excuse me. So on our show here, our two improv performers here, Ed Ruben and Sirish, have this contest that they play, where what they do is they pick a random location or some sort of could be other things like a relationship or a different type of a noun or something. They pick a word, and they try to ask each other questions, assuming that situation. And the first person who fails to ask a question is the loser. I'll ring the bell that says that they have failed in that contest. And so, and by the way, I'm calling them Chai Latte, but we can still change the name. I'm still asking you guys for your own team name. Don't improv.
All right, yeah.
All right, so
It's growing on me, Tommy.
all right. So let's see so you guys want to do a location, a relationship, or a word tonight? We go location
Anything
first.
is fine. Let's go with location first.
All right, let's see
Sure.
what we got for location. Here we go. What is that? A LAN party.
A LAN party. Oh,
Oh
See what
yeah.
that is?
Yeah.
All right. So
what's
you
the
guys-
server's IP address?
Is this game working for you?
Would I be asking you that question if it was working for me?
So it's glitching out for you too?
Who said I wanted to play Oregon Trail?
Wait, we're playing Oregon Trail?
Did you read the instructions?
Are you playing a different game?
Aren't there people dying on your game too?
Should it make me sad?
Are you Lewis or Clark?
Who's Lewis or Clark?
Did you even take an American history class?
Why do you ask?
Why wouldn't I ask?
Should I be knowing that?
Should you be asking me that?
Well, I feel like we've asked a lot of questions, don't you think?
All right. Let's call it out. The last one
Wow,
was
we
kind
made
of
it to the finish line.
So yeah. Eric? You said in the chat that did I not go over the ground rules as well enough?
Oh, maybe you did. Maybe I missed it.
All right. I just want to make
Questions
sure.
only.
It's questions only. That's I didn't say the name of the game. Thank you, Eric. You're right. It's called questions only, and this is the improv game. They just ask each other questions until someone stops to ask a question. All right, let's try another one.
All right, yeah.
Let's try another one. Let's go back to our
A
trust.
LAN party, man. Who thought that one up?
Should we try like a random
I
word?
did.
This time we never did that before.
Sure, let's try a random word.
All right, and this means that you guys have to ask questions with this word or just like assuming.
Oh, it just generates an idea.
All right.
And
The word
I
is
think we should have like a 2-second rule. Really fast questions.
Wow.
2-second rule.
2-second rule.
Questions only 2 seconds. All right.
All right.
And
What's for dinner?
What would you like to be for dinner?
Could we have chicken?
Can you have chicken and gravy?
Did I tell you I was vegetarian?
Should I have asked you?
Don't you think you should have?
Should you be waffling like this?
Aren't we married?
Didn't you get the papers I sent?
What papers are you talking about?
You didn't get any papers from the lawyers?
From Aunt Mary?
wait a second. Was that a question?
Yeah.
Well.
That's not.
Oh,
Right.
you can ring it, Tommy. You can ring it.
Yeah.
Judges.
All right. Well, I think that we went pretty good this time. We had the first one was quite long, so give it up to you guys.
Yeah. It was like a Wimbledon singles match between Everett and
That was a
whoever
good
Everett used to play.
Great job. All right.
Serena
We
and
should think of
Venus,
some
that's what
other
we were.
other improv games for next time.
Well, we need to, and we definitely, I'd like for you guys to give me a team name because we want to be able to introduce you. All right, so let us move on to our next interview of the night. If I could, let's see here, figure out how to add Emily and also to move the spotlight on, here we go. All right, and Emily, guys, welcome Emily Chen to the show. Yay. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for coming on the show. What I usually do is I try to introduce people that are new to the show. I try to introduce how I know people, and then I ask them about themselves. I do know a little bit about you, actually, because we performed together at Rooster T. Feathers.
Oh, I remember now. Yes.
So Emily is a Silicon Valley-based or Santa Clara or Sunnyvale-based comedian, and Rooster T. Feathers is our local comedy club over there. And I remember on that evening that we met, I think you did very well, and it was a competition. You actually wound up going back on stage as a finalist, or I don't remember your actual rank. And I remember I went home with a donut hole, nothing, zilch, zero. I was not even nowhere. I was just went home and swallowed my pride and decided that I never wanted to do comedy ever again. But no, it's okay. I got saved. But Emily, you did very well. So tell us a little bit about your comedy career and what got you into comedy.
I was very lucky that night. How I get into comedy, because I'm an immigrant, so there's like in the middle of my work, suddenly I was notified I couldn't work anymore for like 6 months. Then I gotta do something to keep me busy. So I think, we watched a lot of like the talk shows in the TV. So I think, oh, that's funny. Maybe I can try that, and I can practice my English as well. Because if I go to the Toastmaster, I need to pay the fee. But if I can talk on the stage, I don't have to pay anything. So that's a good deal.
So you're saying you had a 6-month break or something from work that allowed you to focus on comedy?
Yeah. It's a forced break. It's like I wanted to work, but I couldn't. Okay. Because the USCIS told me I'm not authorized to work until the stuff progressed again. Mm-hmm. So I was just I don't want to stay in. I don't want to be in trouble, so I better stop.
I got it. Okay, well that's great. You're the first person. I mean, immigrants in comedy is not that unusual. We've had some people before, from different countries, but you're the first that I've heard of that's really done it as sort of like a productive way to kind of, not only practice, but also, practice public speaking. And so that's excellent. Well, you've obviously done very well at it because you, the night I saw you, you were very well received. You had some fans there. So it must be going well for you. What are you doing now with the pandemic? Are you doing Zoom comedy at all, or?
Oh no, it's kind of sad actually. My father passed away, so I was like super sad. I lost my funniness, and I went to I went the therapy and everything. So today is my first time do anything in comedy for a long time.
I hope we're not disappointing. I'm worried now that there's a lot of pressure here. Like, I don't know if we were able to make you laugh, but you know, Emily, I was looking through some of your clips and stuff, and I found a really good clip that represents your comedy. Okay, well, that's not true. You sent it to me, but but anyway, I was hoping that I could play this clip for you guys so that you could see a little bit of a taste of Emily's comedy. So let's pull that up right now and show everyone Emily Chen's comedy. And where is this taking place, Emily?
It's in Piano Fight in San Francisco.
Oh, Piano Fight. Okay.
It's our company's event.
Okay, great. All right. So let us put that up here and get. So this is Emily Chen at Piano Fight. Let's play this.
My name is Emily Chen. I like the Amazon Echo because we're both made in China. The difference is I was made by adults. I'm 38. I'm pretty comfortable with my age because the white people cannot tell if I am my mother or I am my daughter. That's why I go to Denny's so often. Tuesday for the free kids meal and Thursday for the senior discount. To stay here, I married a white guy who did it. So I never had an engagement ring. He told me, I love you, but your teeth are fucked up. So he paid for my braces. So nowadays, whenever I meet my girlfriends, everybody is showing off their fancy jewelries. I just do this. Hello? Long time no see. How are you? Oh my God, is that a diamond? Let me have a closer look. So my in-laws threw me a very big wedding. It's like $100,000 of party. Well, thank you, millionaires. But that has nothing to do with my student loan. Why don't we pay off my student loan and have a wedding in Costco? I have been eating their cheap hot dogs for the last 2 years. And I think the free samples can make very good side dishes. So my in-laws always teach my husband to be polite, have good manners. So before he met me, he never farted in front of another human being. And an Asian girl like me grew up in a very poor Chinese village. Before I met him, I never had cocaine.
Very relatable comedy, Emily. I mean, because you know, everybody goes to Costco. Everybody does the things that you talk about. And we're talking about interracial marriage. I'm in the same situation. My wife is Japanese, so we've got the same combination.
Oh,
yeah.
Asian girls, Asian wives are the best wives.
Wives are the best. They actually are. I gotta definitely give it.
They expect so low of men.
That was excellent. So Emily, before we wrap up here, we've got some. Oh, and by the way, Chris Caffrey writes very funny, Emily, and zip zap zop. I'm not sure what that means, but anyway, you have a fan writing in that he likes your stuff. What do you? So, is there anything you want to promote? I mean, for people that are interested in your comedy, your YouTube channel, or is there shows? I know you said you're kind of getting back into it now, but is there anything you want to tell everybody about?
Yeah. So I couldn't get back on stage or write new jokes or like funny jokes, but I started to drawing silly pictures. I try to be funny, but I think it's not as funny as I want to be.
Yes, let us quickly show everybody this. So can you guys see this? This is Emily's Instagram page. So you've been doing some drawing. Tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, it just I feel drawing is like a healing process. So I draw a picture and then I put a one-liner or like a thing, try to be funny there.
I love this. I've seen that. I see that every day, pretty much.
Yeah.
The face mask. My wife has those. Another Tuesday, and I like these drawings you did here. Since the matchmaker can't find me a date, I might try my luck in the military. Mulan. That's great. All right. Well, we'll also, you know what we'll do? We'll also put this in the, we'll put this, your Instagram in our Facebook group page, so people that can follow you and check out your pictures. And thank you, Emily, for coming to the show. Don't go anywhere because you're part of the quiz. Guys, give it up for Emily Chen for coming on the show.
Hey, welcome back to comedy.
Welcome back.
Tommy, audiences love her, so be sure to check her out when she's back.
Excellent. So let me, now we've got to do a little bit of orchestration of here. Let's see if I can remove the spotlight. And, you know, now first I must say, first a word about the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. Now this is a professionally show, as you can see, and we do have sponsors that pay for this show to be broadcast around the World Wide Web. There is one man who is responsible for making these sponsorships happen. And his name is Eric Newton, and he is here to tell us about this week's sponsors. Guys, give it up for Eric.
Hey!
Yeah,
what do we got going this week?
Oh man, I'm really excited. Every week I'm excited. This week is going to be particularly special. Let me just get into it. Let me say right now, this week, the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour is brought to you by Black History Month, of course. You know, but so I'm gonna I'll have a different take on it. Actually, personally, I don't really like the idea of Black History Month. I mean, it should be described as like the entire history of all of America, and it really, like, Black History Month, they usually only focus like on the negative, like terrible parts of history. It's almost kind of like once a year, everyone's like, oh, remember how bad slavery was? You know, it's like, I don't need that type of reminder. I know how bad slavery was because every family reunion, we watch Roots all the way through, like end to end. Actually, we don't even call it family reunions anymore. We're just like, hey, we watch Roots next week. I'll be there like 5 to noon ish sometime. Who knows? But anyway, all that said, this week, instead of going out and asking for sponsors, I'm going to do my part. I started my own entrepreneurship, my very own, fully Black owned, fully Black operated, because I'm the only employee business.
Right.
And I want to do my part to contribute to the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. And so I'm going to show you guys, this is a sneak peek of my very first product coming off the line. I was trying to set up a deal with Crayola, but they were on some old BS. They wanted me to change the name of the product, but I was like, no, the name sells it. So let me show you what this product is. Through a specially designed process of making particles collide, created a new color of black, like the darkest shade of black of all time, right? It's amazing. It's amazing. So I want to show you my new product, which I had to come up with a new name. It's a new color. It's basically a new color. It's not just black. So I came up with this. I'm calling it Mammy Black. It's gonna be the greatest crayon to ever come out. Actually, this crayon is so black. If you have one in your pocket, it increases your chances of being murdered by police by like 67%. I mean, those are great numbers. Okay. Those are really great numbers. So I'm gonna take sales on my Etsy channel and right here on the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. So if you're out there in the comments, you can write me a check. We'll start getting shipments out to people right away. And next week, maybe we'll be back with like a real company sponsorships. And but yeah, that's it for this week.
All right, thanks, Eric, for always coming up with these great sponsors. Guys, give it up for Eric for this week's sponsor, which is his new line of crayons.
Mammy Black, get it while it's hot.
Included, yes. But we can work on some other colors. Maybe we can collaborate, Eric. I don't know. Me and my wife, we could do something with yellow and white, maybe. And I don't know. We'll keep working on that. All right. I don't know where I was going with that.
Slide in my DM.
All right, we'll slide in those DMs. And looks like we have Natasha here. So let's find out where she is on my screen and spotlight.
Right here.
Yay! Guys, welcome Natasha Collier to the show. Yay!
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So, Natasha, I usually start off introducing each guest a little bit if I've know a little bit about them, and I do know a little bit about you. And what I know is that I think I first either found out about you or maybe I saw you on the same stage as in San Francisco somewhere. I think that's because I think you do a lot of performances in San Francisco.
I did.
And then with the Zoom comedy, I heard that you were doing all kinds of things with Sammy Obeid and all this other stuff. So I know you're very active, but why don't you tell us about your comedy career and also what got you into comedy? We always want to cover that.
Me into comedy, man. That's a loaded question. I was 19 when I started comedy. I was in my sophomore year in college, and I think part of me joined comedy just for the social scene. Like I kind of struggled with friends in college, and so I was like, you know what, these people seem really cool. I'd seen like a couple shows. I did an open mic at Rosie McCann's Irish Pub.
Okay.
RIP, they've closed due to the pandemic. Very sad. And I did terrible. It was awful. I've never had a longer 7 minutes in my life. But I kept going back after that, and it was all up from there. And then soon enough, I was doing comedy elsewhere, and it just kind of took off from there. I liked jokes a lot as a kid. Like I had a ton of joke books, and then one time my mom, she bought like her friend was learning English, so she bought her a dirty joke book, like an adult's joke book.
Right.
I stole that and brought it to school, and I was like super popular for like a week there. And yeah, that's pretty much how I got my start.
Now, what I find remarkable about you and your comedy, so most comedians are very like, they try to promote, they have like, you know, YouTube channel, Instagram channel, all these other different channels, and they're always pumping out lots of content and stuff like that. But I couldn't find much for you. So I'm assuming that you're kind of keeping it on the down low a little bit, or what's your unique approach to marketing of your comedy?
I used to do the Twitter thing like pretty hard. And then I just kind of had to stop. I'm not a big social media person myself, and so I kind of find it hard to like promote. And now during the I do promote my Zoom shows as much as I can. I promote like immediate shows and stuff that I think people will enjoy if they come to it. But I don't really have any videos of myself doing stand-up online, because I feel like as soon as I like take a video that's like my clip, I like hate it in a month, and so I take it down. Okay. So I had a couple YouTube videos up at one point, and I have since taken them down because it's been like a year and a half at this point since the videos were taken. I don't do any of those jokes anymore. Like I don't feel like it really represents me very well. And so I feel like, because my comedy evolves very quickly, especially because I'm in like I've been doing it for like 3 years now. And so I still like in the like upswing. And so I don't really like having things that it's been a while, you know?
Well, that's pretty unique. Like I was saying, I think most comedians, you know, they you know, if you just say hello to them, they'll, oh, have you seen my clip? You know, they're like, they're just constantly promoting, but that's refreshing. And I think that's great that you're based in Santa Cruz or San Francisco. Like I heard that you moved or something, or I
was based in Santa Cruz because I went to UC Santa Cruz for college. I have since moved back in with my parents. I live in LA now, Culver City. So it's the city of dreams, but nothing's happening.
Yeah,
so
that's one good thing about the pandemic. It's like it's okay to boomerang. It's totally okay.
Yeah. I mean I can't beat free rent in LA. So
shame. Excellent. And how did you hook up with Sammy and start this? And also tell us about KO comedy and
that was an excellent question. I cannot for the life of me remember how I met Sammy. I pretty sure I met him when he came through to Santa Cruz at one point. We have a mutual Santa Cruz comic, Sam Weber. Love him. He's friends with Sammy, and I started hosting KO show because Sam used to host it, and then he quit, so I replaced him. And so I've been hosting their Tuesday show ever since like April. I alternate with my good friend Max Eddy, also a very funny San Francisco comic.
Max,
Yeah. And so we alternate hosting every week. We have a lot of really funny comedians come through. We try to keep a fresh lineup every week. It's every Tuesday. So for those of you watching, come through. It's a really fun time. We have a lot of regulars.
Let me just see because I think I found the website for it. Let me see if I can.
KOcomedy.com.
I can figure it out.
Quite.
Sorry. Is this it? Right. Let's see here. Wait. So this is okay. So this is the Facebook page for it, right?
That is the Facebook page for it. If you wanted to RSVP for a show, you just go to KOcomedy.com.
Well,
and it's
Well, let's show everybody.
What is this browser you're using?
Is that Microsoft Bing?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so this is part of this is my bit. I'm like a troglodyte. I use old.
Eric, we need better sponsors, bud.
What is it again? KO Comedy? Just KO.
KOcomedy.com.
KOcomedy.com. Come on, Microsoft. Let's do this. There we go. Oh, great. Okay.
You bought a Microsoft laptop, so I'm with you there.
Oh, this is okay. This looks very professional. So you've got so people who want to be part of it, this is how you get a seat on the show. You would make a donation, I suppose, like you said.
You can. We have a Venmo and PayPal and whatnot. All our shows are free, so no pressure to go, but it does help us with advertising and paying the bigger comedians to come through. And so we welcome any donations. We're also accepting GameStop shares right now. So if you have any of that lying around.
Well, some of these. I mean, I know Sammy obviously he's got a lot of credits and history, and some of these are pretty big names too.
Yeah. So those are the weekend shows that you're going through right now. Those are a little bit bigger. The Tuesday show is a little bit more intimate. We average about 40 people right now. Okay. But it's a good time. It's we have a ton of regulars, so we again try to keep it fresh every week.
Is this KO Comedy, these shows, is this because I keep hearing about shows that are actually making money, or I shouldn't say making money, but that are actually proving Zoom comedy to be successful because people are paying. Is this one of these shows where a comedian might be able to? Yeah.
I mean, it is a free show, so you don't have to pay admission, but we have, at least for the weekend shows, we do get a decent amount of tips every show that we are able to be self-sufficient and advertise without losing any money. But I don't think anyone's really turning a profit with this. Occasionally I'll get like $5 or $10 left over after I pay my comics.
Right. But if you are a comic and you're as a professional, if you want to get, this is one of the places where they could perform and still get paid.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we've had a lot of pretty big names come through. People who've been on TV, career comedians. Yeah, it's a good time.
Two things I wanted to just add. So Max Eddy, I know Max from the San Francisco comedy scene. I thought that he had just disappeared off. I never heard anything about him, and now this is the first time I'm hearing his name. He's been a ghost, or maybe he doesn't post much.
He streams on Twitch. He's actually pretty successful at that. I don't think he's not doing much in the realm of Zoom shows aside from hosting with me every other week. But he does have a Twitch channel. What he does on that Twitch, I'm not entirely clear. I think it has something to do with video games.
Got it.
That's about all I can promote about it. But if you're a fan of Max, if you're a fan of video games in general, Max Eddy, I think with like 3 X's.
Good to know. Good to know he's doing something. And of course, Sammy Obeid is a Bay Area favorite for people that don't know, that are listening. He was on America's Got Talent back in the day, and what else? Oh, and he's got that new Netflix show that as well. So he's doing very well.
Humans.
Yeah, that's right. So excellent. Well, Natasha, before we let you go, actually, I don't want you to go because you're part of the quiz that we're going to have. I'll promote KO Comedy on my homepage, but is there anything for you personally you want me to promote on our?
KO Comedy is really all I got going for me right now.
Okay.
There's not a lot of other shit going on for me.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, give it up for Natasha Collier for coming on the show. We appreciate that. All right. And let's switch over to our good friend here, Niko Lukoff, who actually Niko was the one that suggested Natasha come on, by the way. So here he is. All right, guys. Niko's here. Welcome back, Niko Lukoff, everybody. Welcome back to the show.
Niko.
What is going on? You want me to? I'll pull up your displaced comedian so we can.
Yeah, that'd be great. The start of the shutdown stuff. Geez, almost a year ago now, April 12th, I started this group. The focus of this is to get people to be connected with different opportunities to do online mics. Most of them are on Zoom. Some different platforms are on there, and I've grown to be a pretty fun, I think, helpful, informative community. And there's got about 180 mics listed that you can click on here. Just go to displacedcomedians.com and get to this Google Sheet that I maintain and building. And every week we like to talk about a specific mic, call something out that just doing something different or something like that. And actually, on the first page there, as folks, you can see it's got the tabs going across with the days of the week, and it's organized by Pacific time zone. It's got different information and set links and how to sign up for mics. At the very bottom there, you see a little green box because on my side I've got that clicked on at 9 p.m. Pacific. One I want to mention that I frequent pretty often. I guess that's what frequent means, isn't it? That I'll do pretty often, and that I really like getting in on is called a Lucky 13. That's with Daniel Flores and James Belinsky, and it's a real fun mic. They do 13 slots. You just they post in Displaced Comedians. They do signups like a lot of these mics do. You do 4-minute sets. Real fun, real great group, really good energy, and a lot of fun to hang out afterwards, which I know in real life that's a big thing that people really like to do. Hang out, just BS, check in with each other, and connect, especially in the weird time like right now. A lot of people, aren't really able to do that as much physically, obviously, because some due date of bat, and a lot of people are doing that on there, and I highly recommend it. I get on there any opportunity I have, and they do that Monday and Wednesday nights, and I really appreciate them doing it. They're great hosts, great banter, just kind of really good, good energy and a good place to work on bits.
You're saying that it's you said open mic, but you also there's some time in there for just sort of talking with each other and networking a little bit, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, afterwards. So everyone does their sets, and then for the most part, they leave the room open for, gosh, I don't even know how long, because I don't even know if I've stayed till the end more than once or twice. But just everyone just hanging out and having a good time, and that's a lot of these mics have after hangs like that, and that's one that I really enjoy and appreciate them doing. Like a lot of mics, you can go on and you can ask for permission to record your set, and they're usually cool with that. So you can go back and just kind of see, go through your set, see if you want to use it as tape, see how to improve next time, and it's pretty fun. And I know we talk about like what's changing and what's going on in Zoom and everything. I mean, it's just more and more and more. That's pretty much it. Just there's more shows. Like Tosh was saying, the KO Comedy has been doing their thing for quite a while. They do a really fun show. I did their Sunday show a while back, and they have a neat format where when like the crowd's getting going and you got a good applause, they'll flash on your screen your Venmo, and they'll flash the screen like, hey, check this out, send this person money, and do neat promotion. And they stream to like Twitch and different things too, so that's pretty cool. Yes, lots of opportunities and a lot of people at every level of comedy coming out to have a good time, and for the most part support each other and help each other learn.
Before I let you go, Niko, I did want to ask you one quick question. I did see on your personal page, so you're actually, it looks to me like you are, when you're going on the road now, you're actually visiting comics that you met over Zoom. Is that right?
I did, yeah. I was not planned at all. I got called away for a trip for work, and I haven't been traveling much during the pandemic. And usually I'm flying somewhere, but I had a rental car and I was going through an area, and then I was driving somewhere and I saw Everett, Washington. I'm like, Tara's in Everett. Yeah. And I'm like, hey, are you around? Like, do you want to hang out? Like, and then I had coffee on her porch, and then I was making my way through Tacoma and was just hitting people up. I'm like, you know what? If you're around right now, I'll be there in like 10 or 15 minutes. And I connected with a few comics, and it was really fun.
So everyone, this is kind of like a common discussion amongst comedians, is like, what's going to happen after the pandemic? And I think now we're seeing it, and that is Zoom is still going to exist, but people make connections on Zoom and then they translate into real life, which is great. I mean, that's one of the things when you're doing Zoom is you always wonder, I mean, am I ever going to see these people? And you're showing that it can happen. So good on you, Niko, for making that happen. Guys, give it up for Niko for his Zoom comedy report. And we still have people watching. So we're going to roll here, you guys, and now is the time when we do our quiz show, and this is where audience participation is welcome. We still have 8 people watching live. It is a Japanese commercials quiz show. The backstory is I used to live in Japan, and when I was there, I was always impressed with their TV commercials. They were always so funny and so original. And when I started doing comedy a couple of years ago, I started thinking, well, maybe is there a way that I can bring my knowledge of Japanese comedy and culture into my comedy? And this is it. What I do is I play funny Japanese commercials for you guys, and I give you, it's about halfway through the commercial, and then I try to have you guess what the commercial is for. So, and we start with our guests. So Emily and Natasha, you will get first dibs on guessing what the product is that they're offering or service. And then we'll open it up to our regulars and see what they come up with. So with that, let us get started with the show, you guys, with the quiz show. And again, if you're somebody's already writing the answer. Chris Caffrey writes, the answer is sukiyaki. We don't have any sukiyaki commercials tonight, but good answer nonetheless. Good. Let's see if I can figure out where it went. Here it is back here. Okay. So commercials tonight. All right. You guys ready for the quiz?
All right.
show?
Yeah, my internet just
Tamagotchi is still a
died.
thing.
What?
Tamagotchi is still a thing.
I think it's pronounced Tamagotchi, and there's
All
still
right.
a thing.
Yeah.
Tamagotchi. Yeah.
Oh,
you
I
see
thought-
that?
All right, you're right. You're right.
It's Tamagotchi.
I was gonna
And
check.
by the way, since we have
So
Emily
fun in
Chen
3rd
here,
grade.
who understands Chinese characters, because she's
Okay, I have to be honest. There's only one character. It's the middle, the very complex one is called new.
Shin,
That's the only thing I can recognize.
yeah, Shin. Shin is common to both. It's not just Shin on this page. I'm sorry. I see. Now I know what you're. Okay. No, but what I was going to say, Emily, is I specifically chose commercials where they use no Chinese characters. It's only katakana and hiragana. So there's no way you're going to know unless you speak Japanese, but I don't believe you do. So, all right. Here we go. First commercial of the night. After this.
さあ、小田の演技が始まります。ちょっと動きが、
どうしたんでしょう。
小田泣いています。
何か被せましたね。
前、目玉焼き、セルフィット、滑る、セルフィット、滑る、滑る、滑る、滑る、滑る。
Kind of messed it up a little bit there. Let's go back. Let that screen.
どうしたんでしょう。
Is it for eggs?
何か被せましたね。
前、目玉焼き、セルフィット、滑る、セルフィット、滑る。
All right, let's stop there. Okay. Emily, what do you think this is a commercial for?
It's promoting a new egg, a new kind of egg. It's super big.
Super jumbo egg.
Yeah, super jumbo egg. So when you have it, when you eat it or give you like a spirit, like a free to roll over and be confident. The confident new jumbo egg.
Confidence building jumbo egg. We did have a commercial a couple of weeks ago for eggs, but no, this is not specifically about eggs. But you're kind of getting closer. Natasha, what do you think this is a commercial for?
If you will, put all my eggs in that basket. I was gonna say eggs as well. I have no idea what else it could be. A hat, maybe a type of hat.
A new kind of hat, maybe like an egg
like
sombrero.
I'm going with cologne. Put it out there.
Or cologne. No, you were closer, staying in the food category. But all right, let's open it up to our regular cast. Anybody want to chime in from the?
I will take the guess that it's just advertising having a good breakfast.
You're getting warm, but it's not really about breakfast per se. It's still in the food area, though.
I don't have a guess on the product, but is the metaphor like you got egg on your face, like he's embarrassed that he fell? Is it something like that?
You're right. You're right that it's kind of metaphorical. The egg has something to do with. It's more like the ice skating, and the egg.
Tommy, I know what this is, Tommy.
All right,
I know what this is. It's like the ringer. I'm pretty confident I know what this is. This is basically like an advertisement for a non-stick frying pan. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say that. I was like, there's no way.
Yeah. No, because I gave it away because I showed them cooking it. But yeah, it's a non-stick frying pan. And the
sliding across the ice skating.
the guy's ice skating, right? And he's sliding on the ice. The egg is supposed to slip and slide like the ice skater. So let me show you.
That's actually a really good commercial. Like that's
Yeah,
a
it's pretty cool.
usually
Also
like,
explains why their ice skating team's terrible.
By the way, Chris Caffrey writes, this commercial is how to crack an egg by sitting on it. So let's see what the rest of the commercial is.
滑る滑る滑る滑る違えるような滑りほらいいよ僕はセラフィットを滑る目玉焼き美しい滑りから大ジャンプ決まりました驚くほど滑る驚くほどくっつかないセラフィ
So suberu in Japanese means slide. So the egg slides off the frying pan.
That's like the best commercial I think we've like that actually makes some sense.
Yeah.
And like the visual connections.
That was an actually good commercial. All right.
And does that mean it's made in Germany too? Is that the deal?
Yes, it is. It's a German developed Serafito is the name of the brand. Sulfit. That's the. All right. Let's see if I can find the next commercial, if I might. By the way, you know, from time to time, I really should talk in a British accent while I'm kind of looking around, you know. I prefer Cockney, if you might, but I can't really find. Where are you? Oh, okay, here we go. Now this one, I really like this commercial because it's cute. So if you like cute Japanese things, you might get a chuckle out of this, or just cute Japanese culture in general. Here we go. Starting now. I just stopped it there because I wanted to see if we had any initial reactions. You see what the guy was doing?
Like safety test of stuff?
Well, let's go with our guests. I'm calling you Niko. So let's see, Natasha first. Let's start with you.
Is it a non-stick frying pan?
It is not a non-stick. Well, do you have any thoughts on what he was doing, or like what?
He was on playground equipment. Like I'm really. This is harder than the last one. Or is it shoes?
He was on the playground equipment, and should I play it again for you guys?
Yeah, please play it again.
Play it again. And by the way, you always have a right to ask for a replay. Okay, so he says Tenken Shuryo. So Niko, you were correct. He is checking the playground to make sure it's good, but that's not really what the commercial's a commercial for. So does that help, Natasha?
No, absolutely.
Okay. Well, it's not supposed to be easy. So Emily, what do you think? Any thoughts from you, Emily?
So I think it looks like the guy using his job to play the kids' toys. So it must be he misses the feelings of being a kid again.
Yeah, you're getting a little bit.
Wow, that is I would
getting warmer. I mean, the feeling of like a good feeling about being on the playground is definitely part of it. Chris Caffrey writes, whatever he's doing, it looks obscene. That is true.
This looks
especially this picture right here.
Niko, what about you? I shunned you before, but now I would like to give you full access.
I went for what I thought, some kind of okay, so it is testing something. Does he just this isn't just a place that like makes playground stuff, right? That's like a playground equipment company. That's not it, right?
No, it's you got to really think out of think about more like holistically about what the message is here. Eric, what about you?
I think it's a PSA It's showing children the dangers of catcalling. Like it's a slippery slope. Don't start with it. It just leads to worse and worse behavior. You want to stay safe and stay away from that type of thing.
Okay. Nope, not yet.
Oh, can I have a second guess?
Yes.
I think he's promoting a movable.
A movable. She
I think
froze. See, we told her this might happen with the Wi-Fi. Ed?
Is it a construction company?
It is not a construction. Let me play a little bit more of the commercial, and then I'll just open it up to everybody.
I was just thinking, showing how safe their products are and how much they test them.
Sirish,
could I take? Yeah, could I take a guess? I think so.
Yeah,
It seemed like he was in like the kids like playgrounds, and all the kids were basically looking at it and thinking, "What the hell is this adult doing?" So I think it's got something to do with the adult feeling like a kid. So probably it's like an ad for maybe Disneyland or something where adults can feel like kids.
I mean, you're right about it being like a really well-known consumer product. Emily, you froze for a second and you wanted to say something.
Oh, thank you. I'm back. So he is promoting a multiple toilet.
Portable toilet?
Yeah, the reason is all his playing looks like he really wanted to go to bathroom.
It did, didn't it?
All right, let me play some more and see if we have a new guess.
That does make sense though, because I would work.
Oh.
Whatever that is.
Oh man.
How on earth was I supposed to get that?
More that canned coffee stuff.
Yeah, it's canned.
Oh yeah.
I think that should be the default guess for most Japanese advertisements.
Like 9 times out of 10, just say canned coffee.
Yeah, if it's a Japanese commercial, it's half the time it is canned coffee. So you're right about that.
So wait, what's the theme here? So the theme's like when you drink this coffee, it makes you feel like a child.
It's
brings back memories.
Well, if you really want to know, Sekai wa dareka no shigoto de.
That kid's doing the Third Reich thing.
The world.
Remember we used to get lattes in kindergarten? Lattes, animal crackers.
It's basically talking about work satisfaction. Being satisfied with your work and because look how happy they are. They fixed the playground and the kids are so happy. It's basically saying, hey, you did a really good job. You're satisfied with your work. Here's have a Georgia coffee.
Is it a Coca-Cola product? Because I saw a Coca-Cola in the back.
Yes, Georgia is owned by Coca-Cola. Natasha wrote and said her internet just died. Hope she still likes us. I don't know. Maybe it's like a little bit.
She's like, I gotta go wash my hair, guys.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. But okay, hopefully she still likes us. Okay, so then we have another commercial. This one is really bizarre, so I had to play it for you guys.
It's gotta be nuts then. Tommy's like, this was weird.
I'm just gonna guess now. It's canned coffee.
It's not canned coffee, but it's very strange. Okay, here we go.
Just teaching my kids that.
So, have we ever seen a dance like that in the U.S.? Is that?
I know it. It's Japanese TikTok.
It looks like it.
I know. I think.
And this is like when I was saying it with Emily, I tried to avoid Chinese characters. See, this one she might know, but there's no way you can figure out what this is about as a result. You know this character, right?
I have a very good guess.
What's this character in Chinese? Is it also?
It's okay. It's too small. I couldn't see. It looks like it's a Cai or Tan.
It's to find.
I don't know. It's an investigator or something.
So what do you think this is a commercial for?
So I have a very good guess. I think that might be it. It's a yogurt.
Yogurt. Okay.
Yeah, because these people are shaking their bellies. That's how yogurts make you feel. That must be it.
Yeah. It is not a it's not a food.
Oh,
It's
that'd
not
be
a
so
product.
great if that was right.
I know, right? Yeah.
It's a service. It's a service, not a product.
Hey, but I like the confidence.
Yeah.
Any guesses from the team? It's a service, not a product.
Is it a search engine?
Well, you're getting close when you say search. But what are
Ooh.
you searching? What are they searching for?
Are they searching for pets, like pet sitters and stuff?
Not pets.
Like
Oh, I know.
talent, like a talent search, a
Not-
talent agency.
Are
Not talents, but
Are you searching for a can of coffee or a non-stick frying pan?
Or are you searching for like a model or something like that? Kids
searching
doing
for
ads?
something.
Searching for a construction worker who gets job satisfaction, drinking coffee. and stuff.
Yeah.
I still can't find what I'm looking for.
I think they're searching for Princess Leia lookalikes.
That's good.
Is this a carbon freezing company?
Are they searching for an ad that makes sense?
All too easy.
I don't think you guys are gonna get it, even if I play the whole thing.
All right, let's play it. Is it like massage company? Oh no.
How about now?
What is that? Real
Home repairs, or something to do with like it's like home improvement services, or like.
I don't think that's on here.
Just
but
finding people to
you're
do
getting
different
close.
stuff
You're
with?
getting really warm. Look at all these icons.
Yeah,
Is
someone
it like a job searching?
Oh, I know what it is. That's good.
What is it, Emily?
I cannot.
Rental.
I cannot say because I can't read some of the words.
What
It's
is it?
Is it for the place you live? It's like a.
Rental, like an Airbnb.
That's a cheeky. I'm so sorry. I
Chris,
can't read the words.
Caffrey guessed the dog sitter. Oh, it's a dog. Okay. All right, that's good. Yeah. No, it's for for a place to live. You can. This is the rental, buying and selling. Actually, you know these characters, right? Buy and sell, and to
Yeah,
buy.
I think because it's Japanese, the biggest something place, the house or something.
I think somewhere in there it says web, if I'm not mistaken. One of those. I think there's a few in there that indicate web, but I can't be sure.
This is well, you guys were a little. They do some repairs, but not really repairs. More like rehabs. So this is your rehab button, your contractor button, your renovation button, and then you got land, apartments, etc., etc. So all right, we got
And
one
so,
more.
what's the psychology behind this ad? All right, we don't have to talk about it. Yeah, we can just go. We'll be here all night. We can go to the next ad.
All right. Let me find the last commercial. The last commercial. If I can.
One for all the money.
For the one.
Yeah.
This is it. This is for the bragging right. We lost all of our other guests. Emily's still here. Thank you, Emily, for sticking.
This is the Return of the Jedi for.
Yeah. No way. This is the last episode of The Mandalorian.
Oh man.
Oh
Who will
yeah.
be the Grogu?
Okay. Here we go. After this one.
ギャツビーボディペーパー使ってないね。
いや、使います。今から買ってきます。
ありがとうございます。ギャツビーからお礼のダンスで。
So different kind of kids doing something different. Not that different dance. What do you guys think? Emily, what is this a commercial for? Emily, you're muted, by the way.
Oh, this one I have no clue. I think looks like the adults are in the break and they are very sweaty, and the kids are super energetic.
Mm-hmm. Well, what happens when you're super energetic and you guys? I mean, they're doing something. What happens when you do all this stuff? This energy.
Ah, I get it. So they sweat, but they don't use the towel. That means they are using some other products to keep their not sweating.
Yes. So you're getting very warm. Almost there. Who hasn't gone yet? Anybody else want to chime in?
Is it deodorant?
It's not deodorant.
Oh man.
It's not deodorant.
Is it deodorant wipes? They got towels.
I'm gonna give it to you. It's a wipe. It's not a deodorant wipe. I think we covered these before.
I think we had something like that.
Let me show you the rest of it here. Just.
Oh yeah.
Did we do that before? It's Gatsby body paper.
Oh, yeah, it is.
The Great
Wow,
Gatsby.
that stuff is great.
Wait, is this like like a refresher that they give you, like a face refresher?
It's
that they give you in like airplanes.
It's like that one we had that last time. It's basically body wipes, so you can, if you're sweaty and you don't have.
Is the paper wet or is it dry?
Wet. Yes, it's wet.
Okay.
Well, there's two types: ice type and a powder type. What's the difference?
Yeah, and they smell different. They looks like they have different smell, and yeah, so it's for to keep that fresh feeling after you've worked out and if you don't have a chance to take a shower.
It's like one of those KFC wet naps for your whole body.
Yeah, wet naps for your body. I think that was a repeat. We did that once before, didn't we? Didn't we do a body wipes before?
Yeah, that's the only reason I knew to even think of that. Cause
yeah. Oh, that was a repeat.
Hey, we've done coffee cans before too.
We've done
guessing any.
That's because we have so many. All right, you guys. So we still have some people watching. A few people. Thank you for sticking with us through the end. If there's anybody that's watching live that wants to make a comment, or we happy to hear from you. Chris Caffrey, maybe he's still watching. Maybe he wants to make a comment.
All right. If you want to buy some crayons, holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying?
Crayons. And let's see. How about in my comments here in our chat? Do we have anything else to cover? I guess we did cut over everything. So
I would like to say before COVID, I think I had you, Emily. I had you and Pat Griffin booked for a show at Aloha Club, but unfortunately, we had to cancel our upcoming shows. But I wish we could have had you on. You're hilarious. Your clip you showed today was so funny. I love that. So hopefully you find the motivation to keep doing comedy, because I think you're great, and you're always going to be funny. You can tell you're just like one of those people that's like always going to be funny. And anyway, keep doing what you do.
We have a comment here from Chris Caffrey, who writes a great show, and I'm a her. So this is my first misgendering, you guys. Give it up for me for my first misgender.
And public service announcement, Tommy, 9 days till Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's right. Oh, speaking of which, Eric.
Yes.
What's the status of are we going to do couples next Friday?
Yeah. I got, I'll set up all the meetings, but yeah, we have 3 couples, that are going to join us for a special Valentine's edition. It's going to be super
perfect.
Fun. It's going to be great.
Right, guys, you've heard it here. We are having a special Valentine's edition of the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour next Friday, the 12th, 5 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to have 3 couples on, Eric's friends. So it should be a great show. And so come back and check it out. And thanks, guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And let's take us out with some music, Ed.
Oh my gosh, the music cue. Oh my God. I hope I don't have a commercial play.
Band leader.
I'll just dance anyway, like we.
Yeah. Dude, someone get Ed a can of coffee. He's falling asleep over there.
Sorry, I'm up.
Okay. Anyway, you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Good night. Bye.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, guys. Arrivederci.